Agriculture. A number of favorable geographical features contributed to the success of ancient Egyptian culture, the most important of which was the rich, fertile soil resulting from the annual flooding of the Nile River. Therefore, the ancient Egyptians were able to produce an abundant amount of food, which allowed the population to devote more time and resources to cultural, technological, and artistic activities. Land management was also crucial in ancient Egypt due to taxes assessed based on the amount of land owned by a person. Agriculture in Egypt depended on the cycle of the Nile River. The Egyptians knew 3 seasons in the year: sister, flood; bere, agriculture; shimu, harvest. The flood season lasts from June until September, depositing a layer of silt rich in minerals ideal for growing crops on the riverbanks. After the flood waters recede, the growing season begins from October to February. The farmers then planted and plowed the seeds in the fields, which were irrigated from drains and canals. Farmers relied mainly on Nile water because Egypt's annual share of rainfall was relatively small compared to the size of the flood. From March to May, farmers use sickles to harvest their crops. The grains then go through a process to separate the straw from the grains. The grains are then hulled and fermented to make beer or stored for later use. The ancient Egyptians grew emmer wheat, barley, and a number of other cereal crops, which were used to make the 2 main lunch ingredients, bread and malt drink. They uprooted flax plants before they could flower, which were grown for the fibers of their stems. These fibers are then divided over their length and spun into threads, which are used to weave linen fabrics to make clothes. Papyrus growing on the banks of the Nile was also used to make paper. As for vegetables and fruits, they were grown in designated gardens near a residential area and a hill, and had to be watered by hand. Vegetables included leeks, garlic, watermelon, squash, legumes, lettuce, and other crops, in addition to grapes from which wine was made.